Greetings, my fellow freedom lovers and sovereign thinkers. Thank you for tuning to LL3 Podcast. My name is Craig, transmitting from the wild, wonderful mountain state, and today's date is Sunday, June 20th, 2021. And wish all the awesome fathers out there a happy, great day for you. Happy Father's Day, to be exact. And today's this day in history, West Virginia joins the Union in 1863. Yeah, so interesting, controversial thing about that. A lot of people, like according to a lot of researchers, they would claim that it was done by force. Others believe it was voted in because they were against the whole slave trade. So, but the funny thing about it, in Virginia, they get ready to end their slavery. A lot of the mid-Atlantic states, all the way to like the Carolinas and so forth, yeah, they'll get ready to end it. So before the war, which based on what I read, it was an illegal war. But it's always good to know all sides of that matter. But it's a good day. You know, it's hot out here, around 85. I know other places a lot hotter. So the folks up here, it's a little bit different. It looks like a horrific event happened in Wilton Manors, Florida. Person hit a couple of people in that parade, Junus parade, and and they say the mayor Trantilus said it was claimed it was a terrorist attack on the LGBTQ community. However, it was reported it was an isolated incident, and it was actually a driver that was a gay man, intoxicated. He hit the pedal instead of the brake. So, never try to jump the gun. Got all these politicians. That's why in Fort Lauderdale they call him Dirty Dean. Oh yeah. So one moment. Yeah. So it happens, and that was my phone, so I could always take care of that. Yeah. So never jump the gun. We call him Dirty Dean. Dirty Dean. He's done dirt cheap. Yeah, folks, so never jump to conclusions. Always try to get your facts and never go for exploited hype. It happens so many times. It's amazing. A lot of rambling and rhetoric and all that, and finally I was so I'm having a good time up here. Just working out on the fields. Very cool. Gotta watch out for wild dogs, coyotes. Always carry. That's one thing about the rural life. So, speaking of firearms, I just decided to do one on gun control once again. It's in Rocky Mountain State called Colorado. And this is from the Epoch Times. It says here, Colorado governor signs 3 gun control bills into law following recent tragedies. Macro solutions to mega problems. That's Voivod, by the way, off the album Dimensions Hate Trust, which came out in 1988. So, the magic lamp theory, once again, right? So, that's what Jack Phillips had to say. Colorado Governor Jared Polis on Saturday signed several gun control bills into law, including one that allows cities and municipalities in the state to set their own gun regulation. Previous state law prohibited local government from enacting an ordinance, regulation, or another law that prohibited the sale, purchase, of ownership of a gun. The new law now gives municipalities more jurisdiction in setting their own laws on firearms. But those regulations cannot be more lenient than Colorado state law. Declaring that the regulation of firearms is a matter of state and local concern, the bill says that local law may only impose a criminal penalty for a violation upon a person who knew or reasonably should have known that the person's conduct was prohibited. A second bill signed by Polis requires the state's Office of Gun Violence Prevention to carry out public awareness campaigns to educate their public about firearms. Okay, so more mind control, 101. Propaganda, don't believe the hype. And the governor over the weekend also signed a third measure that prohibits gun dealers from transferring firearms to another individual who has not undergone a successful background check or convicted of several specified misdemeanor offenses. Recent tragedies around Colorado and the country demand quick and decisive actions. Polis, a Democratic, said in a statement Saturday about signing the measures together. These measures will make our community safer. Keep firearms out of the hands of those who would do harm to themselves or others, and get those in crisis help as soon as possible. All right, the magic lamp theory. Bing, push. Yep, try to make it utopia, right? The Florida legislation action on guns came after gunmen on March 22nd, identified as the Syrian-born Ahmad Al-Wali Alicia, allegedly opened fire on a supermarket in Boulder, killing 10 people, including a police officer. Weeks later, another mass shooting left 6 dead in Colorado Springs. Officials identified the suspect, 28-year-old Teodoro Macias, a disgruntled ex-boyfriend of one of the 6. When Democrats in Colorado's legislature proposed the bills, the National Rifle Association said that these measures were pushed despite thousands of calls and emails from NRA members and Second Amendment supporters who opposed them. The law that allows cities to create their own gun laws was panned by the NRA, which said it would generate a confusing patchwork of laws that are difficult to know and obey, as well as the expansion of arbitrary boundaries where law-abiding citizens are left defenseless. But Colorado Senate Majority Leader Stephen Fenberg, a Democrat, suggested during the signing event on Saturday that more gun control bills may be introduced. Although the topic of these 3 bills are about pain and loss and trauma, I'm here today grounded in hope. I'm hopeful because step by step, bill by bill, we here in Colorado are creating safer communities, he said. The Epoch Times has contacted pro-Second Amendment group Gun Owners of America for comment. Well. So they believe it will be safer. There's already laws in the books in places like Boulder and a few places. Their mindset is like, politically speaking, on our way to the perfect place. We got to look at all angles in these matters. And the fact is this, folks. What the governor has signed, him and his associates from the legislation have breached their oath of office under Article 12, Section 8 of Colorado's Constitution. And I will read that. And I'll go a little further under their own Bill of Rights. It says here, oath of civil officers. Every civil officer except members of the general public and such inferior officers may be law exempt shall, before entered upon the duties of his office, take and subscribe oath of affirmation to support the Constitution of the United States and the state of Colorado, who had faithfully performed the duties office upon shall be about to answer. And of course, the general public has something very, do have an oath as well. And we could go through here under Article 2, Bill of Rights. Of course, it belongs to the people. All right? I like what Section 2 has to say about this. The people of the state have the sole and exclusive right of governing themselves as a free and sovereign independent state, and to alter and abolish their constitution and form of government whenever they may be deemed it necessary to their safety and happiness, provide such change be not repugnant to the Constitution of the United States. Okay, so like it says here, on inalienable rights, all persons have certain natural, essential, and inalienable rights, among to which may be reckoned the right of enjoying and defending their lives and liberty, of acquiring, possessing, and protecting property, and of seeking and obtaining their safety and happiness. Exactly. And I'm like browsing through here. And so, those are the, and here's the thing too. These can be considered ex post facto laws. Article 3, Section 11. No ex post facto law, not law impairing the obligation of contracts, or retrospective in its operations, or making any irrevocable grant of special privileges, franchises, or immunity should not be passed by the General Assembly. So, these particular bills the governor signed and the General Assembly passed, it can be considered invalid. All right? And the right to bear arms, just Section 13. The right of no person to keep and bear arms in defense of his home, person, and property, or in aid or in the civil power, when thereto legally summoned, shall be called in question, but nothing herein contained shall be construed to justify the practice of carrying concealed weapons. So it is a little bit of a double speak there. When I hear about but nothing herein contained shall be construed to justify the practice of carrying concealed weapons, so they can have these certain conditions, permits, all that, it contradicts your inalienable rights under the state constitution. All right, so always got to look at those areas. And don't worry, there's contradictions in my own and in the Florida Constitution as well. So I'm just giving you guys an example that lives in the Rocky Mountain State, because you have the right to know these things. And if I remember, I'm like scaling through here. I haven't read this state constitution in a while, and I got someone trying to call me. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll call him back. Good friend of mine. Let him know I'm busy. But I'm gonna go one more down here. I think it may be one more. I'm just going through. I'm just sliding right down here. No. It's interesting too. We can hit here. Due process. No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. So they have stuff like red flag laws. That's illegal in that state as well. Okay. So and 28. The rights not reserved, not disparaged. The enumeration in this Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny, impair, or disparage others retained by the people. All right, so everything here is self-explanatory. As I remember, Colorado does have recall laws. So even on your local, even if you give them to taste their own damn medicine, tell these people to stick it. Whoever voted on it or authored it, do a recall vote on them. Even on your local level as well. Another solution too. Support your local sheriff. If he upholds his oath to protect the people in your counties, cities and counties, tell him he won't comply. That's another version of nullification, folks. All these contracts, these bills he signed are illegal. Period. But it's up to the people in Colorado to decide what they want. And that will be it. I thank everyone for listening. Plus, feel free to download and share us throughout your social media network. If you have any questions, comments, or if something interesting you want to check out, whatever you do, please send your correspondence to the quorum. Furthermore, I'll leave the footnotes of these documents on my speaker page. And if you want to contact me, you can hit me at LokiLuck03@protonmail.com. If you want to donate, you can hit me, get me at paypal.me or cash.app/LokiLuck3. Support the Epoch Times. That'd be awesome. Like I said, subscribe, donate. Yeah, put the word out, folks. Get some good articles out there. And support alternative media, good journalism, not the pundits, all right? I just I don't even watch mainstream garbage news. If I do, I'll be laughing. It'll be like one big comedy show. Once again, thank you for your time. Plus, always remember that demoniac resistance is healthy for the soul and can liberate humanity. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Keep on spreading love. And may your guardian spirits be with you.